YouTubers alike. My name is JaDeN.
And this is LAN.
And we are 2/3 of the We Are SOLST1CE YouTube channel. So today what we're going to be doing is a little different from our usual Black Ops commentary, Minecraft adventures, etc. We are going to be looking at two third-party PlayStation 3 controllers. So these are basically your alternatives to the $60 Sony ones, which are ultimately going to serve you the best, though we have had our share of problems with those too. Regardless, what we're going to be looking at today, as far as what makes a good controller, is functionality, style, and overall quality. And we'll apply like a 1 to 10 rating on each of those. So the one that I'll be talking about is now a couple years old, and that is a wired Gamestop brand controller. And this retailed at the time for maybe 15, 20 bucks. I couldn't even find it online. I'm sure if you bought it now, it'd be like 12 cents maybe. And with good reason.
I'll be talking about a $40 PS3 modded controller.
Who's
from Datel.
Datel. Okay, so we have the Datel modded controller. Let's do style first. Let's talk about the style of this controller. Honestly, with the exception, you know, if this controller is plugged in, it will literally light up an entire room. It is very bright, plenty of LEDs, as you can see all around it. Yeah, as far as the look of this thing, I'm gonna have to give it like an 8. I think that these LEDs are a little over the top, but you know, it's a handsome little thing. I'm a sucker for black and white, so you've got that happening. So yeah, let's say 8. 8's good. Then we'll move on. Actually, you know, why don't we switch off? So what do you think for the
Style.
style?
Alright, I would say the style of this controller, it's pretty spiffy. Well, the thing about it is it's very bulky. It's like bulky as anything.
It feels huge.
It feels like an Xbox controller. And that's
like
one of
the
the
old
overall
360
yeah,
controllers
it's one of the overall reasons I never like to use Xbox. The thing I like about this controller is the LEDs. They sort of went somewhere with the black body and the blue LEDs. It's pretty spiffy, but overall I would give this a like 6 because I hate it when a controller is like way too bulky. You have to like stretch your thumbs. Like,
Yep. So style-wise, you think?
I'd say like a 6.
Okay. Yeah, they could have gotten a little more adventurous. The way these flash is actually indicating the speed of the mod, so that would be holding down a button while these are flashing at whatever rate is sort of the tap on.
This is ridiculously fast.
Yeah, there's
probably
three
can't even
settings.
see it
There's
flashing.
absurdly fast. Then there's like reasonable modding that probably most people would use, and then there's very slow kind of pulsing.
That's off.
Honestly, I don't know what you would use for. Okay, so moving on. Let's talk about the quality. Oh boy. Alright, so this controller, like I said before, when we bought it was like $15, $20. And with good reason. I don't know if you can see this, but we've already got the GameStop logo down here, sort of caving in. Almost, the rubber is peeling and cracking right here on the thumb pad, the joystick. It's basically falling apart. Usually we keep a rubber band wrapped around it because something flaky is happening with the cable connection. Long story short, you get what you pay for, and this thing is a very cheap controller. Honestly, that plus the fact that it doesn't have the 6-axis motion controls because it is a wired controller makes it not very practical for just general all-purpose gaming. I'm gonna give this like a 4. It is built to break and really should only be like a short-term solution, which is a shame because again, I like the feel of it. I like the design. I think the black and white are cool, but yeah, not very well put. So What do you have to say about the quality?
Alright, the quality of this controller, I would say it's like if any of you guys play like MMORPGs, which I assume you do, it's like a tank. It's very
It's the tank
hard
of
to like
controllers.
break. This thing, we've owned this for about like 7 months.
Yeah, it's gotten
And
kicked around a lot.
It's been dropped on a floor.
Yep.
This thing hasn't been like touched, and it's been, like I said,
there's
dropped,
really,
kicked,
there's really not a
thrown.
scratch on it, which is pretty impressive.
So I would say an overall 10.
Alright, so functionality, or not functionality, quality, 10. Well built, you're dropping $40 on a controller, but with good reason. The thing is just, it's gonna last.
For a while.
Alright, and last, and probably most importantly, is functionality. How good is the controller at controlling? Alright, so I have to preface this. When this thing is working, I haven't experienced any tremendous problems with sort of with the way that it's controlling or manipulating the characters on the screen. Plus the flaky cable, which happened just a few months after we purchased it, makes it a little iffy. So I'm gonna have to give it an 8 on its functionality. As a controller, like I said, I love the feeling of it in my hand. It's just like a good, all-purpose kind of USB controller. So yeah, I'm gonna give this its functionality.
All right, this guy in his functionality, in its
He gets it,
functionality,
He's a tank.
in
His
its
name is
functionality, this thing functions really nicely. But when playing, I have experienced some lag.
Really?
Yeah, like I'll push down on R2 and it won't do it.
Wow.
I'll have to do it like twice.
That's not so good. The other thing that sucks about that controller, not sucks, let's be nice. The other thing that is unfortunate is the battery life. This thing
Really?
eats through batteries? Yeah, are you kidding me? This thing will...
I'll use it often.
Yeah, this thing will go through maybe a battery in a week of like solid gaming. No, I'm not saying 24/7 gaming, and I am talking about shutting it off, turning it on. So maybe if you're doing like 3 hours a day, something like that, which is it's like an excessive, but like a hardcore gamer. That thing will just chew through those double A's like no one's business. So what would you say?
Functionality, I'd give this like a 7. Because the lag, the hard plastic. But when it works, as you said, it works pretty well. I'd say, in my opinion. Yeah, other people could rate it
As they would. Although for that price point, for costing over double what this does, I feel like it should be a lot more intuitive and responsive.
When you use the just normal PS3 controller,
Yeah.
it feels so nice. It's like skinny. It works perfectly.
Yeah, but honestly, for my money, I would have the PS3 controller shaped like this.
Really?
I really would. Yeah, I love the shape of this. Sometimes the PS3 controllers feel a little awkward to me. They feel a little 1997 when they first came out. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, this is a more ergonomic design. So guys, I guess that's pretty much all we have time for.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in, checking this out. Hope it was helpful.
Hope this helps you for future purchases.
Yes, your future Gamestop controller
Mod
endeavors. So, yeah, thank you for tuning in,
Yep.
and check back here for more videos and content and commentaries and all sorts of stuff.
Gameplay, content.
Game-related things featuring us, JaDeN and LAN. Alright, see you guys later.